Yeah, you can talk about your project a little bit if you want, kind of what the inspiration was. I'm going to send out an invite to a couple of people.
Okay, for sure. So, Cute Creatures essentially is a collection of 250 terrifying creatures. It started off as, something that was going to be a high-end art project. We wanted to make, high-end horror art with our
Hmm.
creatures, but once we started producing the creatures, and I was just, there was so much more that could be done with the story and what we were creating, that we wanted to continue to open our minds towards what could be scalable from these creatures. So ultimately, we created 250. We're creating 250 creatures that all have their own unique story. They're all connected to one universe that we would like to create into one, either a TV or film universe as well. So we totally believe that's possible, and this is the launch pad for that currently.
So how did you guys come up with some of these storylines for the series?
They're inspired from different movies, different pop culture things. For example, like the main collection was inspired by, Cabin in the Woods, 13 Ghosts, Marvel's The Collector, stuff like that. We thought that that's like, there's so much more that could be built, and this is the perfect platform to showcase a project like this. Like I do plan on there being like exhibits and museums where people can come in with VR headsets and walk and interact with these creatures and, collect them, ultimately.
You should share your background with like the YouTube stuff that we talked about while we were on the Discord call.
Yeah,
call.
so I pretty much started in YouTube back early on, maybe 2006, 2007. And actually, let me grab something real quick. This is my plaque here. Oh, I don't think you can see it. But this is a YouTube plaque here for one of my channels that I created, Modern Wiz. It's pretty much a list channel, educational channel. But my background is pretty much in marketing and brand development. So I was a part of a lot of, starting brands in YouTube. Like one of them would be Just Kidding Films, Cholo Adventures. These people have like multi-million subscribers now. I also have a background in music production. That's actually what I'm professionally trained in for, and also went to college for.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why also this project is very, music based, and I really do think that, with horror, um, it's hand in hand with, I feel, music. Music is such like an entrapping part of horror, that I feel like that's so important for this universe as well. So that's another reason why we brought in the collectibles for their horror soundtrack. So now every creature has their own kind of environmental sound.
These are included with the NFTs, right? A
Yeah,
different contract.
yeah. This would be a different contract. So alongside the collectible music, we also want to tell the story through comic books. So that's currently, why we're kind of trying to build capital, and we're trying to go ahead and, get this project going, is so that, for a small team like us, we have 3 illustrators, 3 3D artists. We can't produce 3,500 pages of fully illustrated art currently. But as the
Yeah.
project progresses and people, we build our community, and just with the support of people minting our creatures, we will be able to, produce this comic book universe. And the great part about it is that we don't essentially need the comics fully illustrated for this to continue to move forward, as the stories will already be produced. Like the characters already have stories. It's just
Mm-hmm.
us kind of making it more visual and, more interacting is what we're kind of building towards.
I'm just looking at some of the other artwork. Let me flip my camera on. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. I love the Cerebrus and the Hounds.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
work is just awesome.
And I think that they look amazing, as best as they could look. The attention to detail, as far as like, the gruesomeness to the, the fur, to the eyes, to the skin. Everything was so well designed. If you look at the left leg there, if you actually look at any of the cubes, we have those little dolls inside of them. That's actually it's pretty much our reference to size. So, some things use like bananas to reference size. Yeah, there he is. So he kind of helps us scale the project to, for you to understand exactly how big these creatures are.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see him everywhere.
Pretty cool. Somebody asking if you guys have any dragons on the way or not.
Oh yeah, we have dragons coming. a bunch of different dragons. So the thing is, like, the way we plan on releasing the project is, 10 creatures a month, and we want it to be, something exciting. We also want to include the community helping us choose, who we include in certain batches. But ultimately, we want it to be released as like new characters. We want you to be surprised, or we want you to be, enthralled with the fact that, like, oh my god, I wasn't expecting that one this month. Like, oh, I totally forgot about that one. So that's the reason why we kind of haven't released the full list. We've also left space in to, to work with different brands to go ahead and bring in crossover creatures. Let's say, a company wants to go ahead and collaborate with us on a unique idea for a totally original creature. We can go ahead and do that with them.
Have
So,
somebody asked, is there ever planning on shipping the 3D boxes of them? That'd be pretty cool, like an actual box that you can have with your NFT.
So yeah, we've already talked to a couple of different diorama companies, and we're kind of figuring out, is this viable? Can we do this in the future? And of course, it's something that we want to do, because how cool would it be to, like, have something in your office, like even a revolving creature like that? That's super awesome. Like that's obviously in the vision of what we want to do. Even like be able for people in the future being able to produce their own 3D models from home, like with a 3D printer, just with the 3D files. So there's a lot we want to do as far as scalability. And we totally think that that's going to happen.
Yeah, the 3D files even, would be pretty easy, because for the glass panels, you could just go with acrylic. Midnight Voodoo asked, what's the project called? It's Cubed Creatures on OpenSea, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's us.
Right there. Yeah, like I said the other day when we talked on the phone, and I know that most of your audience is like horror based, but not NFT or blockchain or crypto based. So I'm down to help spread some information and stuff. Oh, I think yeah, there we go. I found it. I don't have Instagram on my new phone yet, but I did find your Instagram. You have the 3D renders of these too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh, there he is, Takeda Hanzo.
Yeah, these look awesome. Yeah, I like the project. I like the art. I'm not like I told you before, I'm not big on horror, but like the art is top notch on these. So like I'm down to, invest and hopefully see where it goes. Cause like I like being part of things that like inspire people to push boundaries and stuff. And especially if it's something to where like your guys' art is already top notch and you guys are able to offer like a 3D version of it in the future. And, the NFT is not only the image, but also the proof of ownership and, proof of authenticity. Like that'd be pretty cool.
We've talked about it before. It's, a small company like ourselves trying to get out something like this it's almost impossible, because the inflated market for marketing something, even though it could be great, it could be, completely unique, there is no, way for us to showcase it. Not unless, people like you that are even willing to even give us a minute to do stuff like this. And I've had so much success just over the last 2 weeks promoting the project, just because the art is so well and the project's presented so well that people want to get involved, because they do believe, like, just hearing about the project initially, they're like, oh wow, this is interesting, this is something I just want to follow.
On the fact that it's not another one of those stupid 10,000 generated images that take a split second each to make, versus an actual art piece that has a story behind it. That's pretty cool.
Thank you so much. That's exactly what I think so too. That's why it gets me so excited to talk about it.
Like I said, the art and the passion that you have for them obviously is better than some of the other projects that are out there. And any holder benefits, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so currently our holder benefits include you hold for 30 days, we go ahead and send you a 1-of-1 theme song NFT. So pretty much it's going to be the playthrough. It's going to come in a digital form. I actually have a picture of that here. It's going to come as an NFT.
You might have to change your you are changing your background to it. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. So it's going to come there after 30 days. You're going to go ahead and receive their theme song. Like I said, it's going to be completely original production. It goes to the environment about your character. It's going to fit it perfectly. Like I said, there's not a good villain without a good song. So, and then after 60 days, you're going to go ahead and receive a comic book NFT, which is going to go ahead and include the story of your creature in a little more detail. Like I said, like the stories, they're deep. Like right now, we're only going to include one piece of the story of your creature. Like I said, it can be vast. Like I said, Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger wasn't told in one story. There's multiple stories, scary stories involving your creature. Like I said, the scalability of the creature ideas is high. So this is currently our some of our comic book covers here. Man, Demonic Doll, Takeda Hanzo, El Dolor, Cerberus, and the collectors will also be receiving those. Like I said, as the collection continues to build, hype and anticipation, we do believe that these will also continue to have value attached to your creature. As anything with collectibleness becomes.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So yeah, currently, like I said, we haven't necessarily began marketing yet. Like we've just been doing word of mouth marketing, posting our stuff where people can find it. And like I said, within the first week, we minted 3 of them. And like I said, it is expensive, but it's just the fact that the project is so interesting and it's so different than a typical NFT, I guess you would say now, because it really is like a stigma as for people that are jumping into this type of industry. What exactly is an NFT? They kind of just think profile pictures now, because it's just the first thing that they get.
That's all they hear or know about them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw some of the comments. Was it on one of the YouTubes or something, or maybe on one of the TikToks? And somebody's like, "Oh, so now because everybody's doing NFTs, you guys are doing NFTs," and it's just like,
yeah, I know it's hard because people don't understand too. Just by even just helping by watching the content or just being involved is also helping the creator and the people behind it. Some people just hate. They think that it's just NFTs are just trying. Influencers are people trying to get money from somebody else. Like that's not necessarily what it is. We have a project, we have an idea, we want to make it happen, and this is how we're doing it. And
if people are gonna help support making that dream a reality as well, and that's where the holder benefits kick in as well. Of the people that bought those NFTs early on and are holding them, they get either free stuff or rewarded in whatever other ways. That's the awesome thing about NFTs.
Exactly.
Is it's easier to keep track of who's been supporting your project and for how long.
Exactly, and I love it. I mean, I feel like that's, like I said, going to be applied to pretty much everything in life at this point. Like I truly do believe that NFTs, like I said, they could be even bigger than crypto one day. Because everything could be an NFT, and every company could be involved with them. So, like I said, like I feel like there was really a big space missing in the horror field. I'm a horror enthusiast, like you said. We're on Han on POV. Like like that's probably my favorite genre of movies. I love horror films. I love, it's just something that's never going to go away. I personally don't think it's ever going to go away. And I feel like if anything, it's going to continue to change. It's going to adapt. And I feel like the way it's going to adapt is something like this. People are going to be able to collect a piece of like film history and stuff like that, horror history in this case. And I totally believe in every single one of these creatures. I mean, like a majority of these comic books, are very like I'm saying, Marvel or DC is there's a very small idea behind the character that becomes such a bigger thing, and that's where I kind of see it with our characters. We give them that little spark of life, and from that point forward, with whoever we collaborate with or whoever takes it from that point forward. Let's say we do partner with Netflix or something in that case, we can go ahead and involve that character even more and adapt it even more into something great.
Yeah. Alrighty, brother. I think I'm gonna get going. 6:08.
Thank you so much. Like I said, just for reaching out. Like I really proud of the fact that you even saw the project as something great and giving me a minute to talk about it. But thank you so much, and you have a great day.
You too, man. Good talk.
Right. Thanks. Peace out, everybody.